the Bear and Cheryl Show, Book Corner Edition. Hello, everyone. We decided that we'd come back at ya. Bear. No, you can't see. I can't see myself. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, okay, dance break. Bam, 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 bam. Boo, boo, bam, 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 bam. Dance break. Thank you, baby, for that musical interlude. Okay, we decided that we were going to come at you with a book that inspires so much hope in me and also in my wonderful bear and maybe in you. And not only that, also give you an opportunity to do a very cool arts project of your very own. I worked with kids a long while ago now, and they loved this art project. They could not get enough of it. So I'm thinking, all you parents out there, if you're looking for an art project, this is a very cool one. So the book which I'm speaking, Subway Mouse. Subway Mouse. And the cool thing is Barbara Reed. Look her up on the internet. Pretty awesome woman. She does something called plasticine art, which I just enjoy so much because it's not just something that, it's not just modeling clay. You can't just use modeling. You can make pictures with it. Now I'll try and show you the best I can the photos in here. See, that's the mouse. That is all done in modeling clay or plasticine or I think Play-Doh, stuff like that, right? And it makes the most beautiful pictures. I may have to see if I can move baby and see, but he's pretty comfortable right there. So we're gonna see. Oh, that is interesting. Look, I have something in there. Okay, so Nib was a Subway mouse. Okay, Subway mouse. And you might be asking yourself, why is a mouse in the subway? I don't know. He was born into a large family that lived below the platforms in a busy subway station. The mice called their home Sweet Fall. Now, this is a Canadian mouse. I can show you that is a Canadian mouse because, boom, Canadian flag. While the trains thundered overhead, the grown-up mice gathered food. When the trains rested, they came home to their nests. In the quiet, the old mice told stories about Tunnel's End, a dangerous, roofless world filled with mouse-eating monsters. But Tunnel's End was also beautiful. The air was sweet. A brave mouse could find the tastiest foods, the softest nests. Story time was Nib's favorite time of day. When he grew big enough to hunt for food, Nib explored the station floor. He found strange things, beautiful things, and things that reminded him of his favorite stories. He started to bring these things home. Your garbage is crowding our babies, the mothers complained. Your babies are nibbling on my stuff, Nib answered. Then he had an idea. See if I can get you a good photo of that one. There. He found an empty corner and built a snug hideout. Nib loved to come home, wash up and fall asleep, surrounded by his colorful treasures. He traveled to Tunnel's End in his dreams. night, Nib came home to a mess. "Nice place," said his cousin Carmel. "We fixed it up, Ad Ripper." "Got anything to eat?" asked Pit. They stayed all night. Pit snored. The coming rumble of the morning train woke the cousins. They scratched, stretched, and scampered off. "See you later, Nib," said Caramel. "We'll bring Stinky and Crumbs tonight." A train pounded into the station in a cloud of dust. The brakes screamed. "Another noisy day," thought Nib. "Another noisy, dirty, dull, gray day." Ever felt like that? Because I know I have. With a warning hiss, the train tore out of the station. Whoosh! A gust of wind snatched up the pieces of Nib's ruined nest. One tiny feather swirled and flew away down the tunnel and out of sight. Nib had another idea. "Goodbye," he trotted past his cousins. "You can have my nest. I'm going to Tunnel's End." "You'll starve," said Pit. "You'll be gobbled up," said Ripper. Carmel sniffed. "Tunnel's End? That's just an old mouse tale." The next train drowned out their laughter. Nib counted 5 trains before he looked back. He had never been this far from home. The tunnel stretched on and on. Nib curled in a crack to sleep. He woke up stiff and sore. Jogging along, he tried not to think about food. Up ahead, the tunnel brightened. Nib started to run. Tunnel's End! Reaching the light, Nib blinked. Was he back home? "Who are you?" Nib jumped. It was a strange mouse. "My name is Nib." He pointed behind him. "I came from Sweetfall." "Never heard of it," said the strange mouse. "I'm Lola. This is Sugardrop." Nib pointed ahead. "I'm going to Tunnel's End." "Pooh," said Lola. "That's just an old mouse tale." "Well," said Nib, "at least you've heard of it." A train came and went. "Maybe I should come with you," Lola said. "Maybe you should," said Nib, and started down the track. "Hold it!" Lola caught a wrapper in midair. No point traveling on an empty stomach. They licked the paper clean. Together they passed out of Sugardrop into the next tunnel. Many trains later, the mice reached another station. Nib saw a jelly bean and pounced. "Drop it!" A big mouse blocked their path. 2 others stepped out behind him. "Run!" Lola squeaked. Dodging and darting, they ran the length of the station, with the gang snapping at their heels. They were far into the next tunnel before the cries of "Stop! Thief!" died out. Still, Nib had the jelly bean. Now there was no turning back. The tunnel went on and on and on. There were many stations. There was not very much to eat. As they plodded along another unending curve, the last train roared past. There was no sign of a station. Lola stopped. "I'm worn thin. I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and I need a rest. I quit. Have you ever felt like that? There's nothing here, said Nib. We have to go on. I won't. I'm making a nest. She plucked a feather from under the rail. Nib knew it at once. That's mine. He grabbed for it. Finders keepers, said Lola. She sat on it. A tiny far-off note echoed through the tunnel. Nib's fur stood on end. What was that? Lola's eyes grew large. Again, they heard a small, musical chirp. They stared at the sound. As they rounded the corner, a light breeze brushed their whiskers. Sweet, sighed Lola. More voices joined the song. The tunnel widened into a soft light. Tunnel's end, breathed Neb. Come on! Lola dove into the forest of wet grass. Nib chased after her. The mice raced to the hilltop, where they feasted on seeds, drank the dew, and danced in the moonlight. And they slept right through the morning trains. Tunnel's End was more dangerous than Nib had ever imagined. It was also more beautiful than he had ever dreamed. Lola made herself a home. Later, as she tucked their mouse children into a snug nest, Nib told them stories. It was their favorite time of day. The end. And you know what? I want us to tell each other this story because there's something important here. This may seem like a bit of a dark time, but what if we come out to a much better time later? What if our tunnel's end is at the end of this very long tunnel? I think we should remind each other that good things are coming too. And that not just now, but for our whole life. There's worth in getting a better one. So I wish you all well, as does my baby. Whoa! And have a happy, happy weekend. The Bear and Cheryl Show, Book Corner Edition.